This is BBC Radio 4, where now it's time for our afternoon play. Ian M. Banks' novella The State of the Art is dramatised by Paul Cornell and stars Anthony Sher, Nina Sasanya and Patterson Joseph.
In November 1976, the General Contact Unit Arbitrary arrived in orbit around the planet Earth. We'd found it on what the ship claimed was a random search. Earth turned out to be home to an intelligent species, a Stage 3 civilization. Everyone in the contact group was delighted. Maybe this was a new world for the culture to invite into the fold, or at the very least, to learn about. Everyone hurried to disguise themselves, to secretly explore.
Okay, ship, we're planning to start with North Africa.
Oh, are you? I selected a number of brilliant initial sites, none of which were in that continent, but feel free.
So we're going to need different immunities?
The minuscule drones floating at your shoulders, already disguised as mosquitoes, have just changed your biochemistries appropriately.
I'm distraught that you won't allow me to go down there, just because of my chosen body shape.
You could change it.
Shan't.
Dizzy at Smar, my little chick. You are following my mission plan, aren't you? What do you need to explore planet Earth?
4 extra toes, 1 less joint on each finger, the ears made simple.
And the nose, Smar, the nose.
Really, ship?
You were thinking of passing for human.
I often think back to what happened during our visit. To Dervli Linter, I mean, and to me. I didn't know it, but Earth was going to hit us head on. After my first 6-month stay, though, I thought the answer was easy.
You say we should announce our presence.
As soon as possible.
Are they ready for us?
They're ready for World War III, ecological disaster and economic collapse.
But if we contacted now, wouldn't we spoil it?
Spoil? Oh, of course. What did you say about the culture? We're infecting the universe with sterility.
I may have muttered something.
For goodness sake. I've been on a lot of general contact units. I've been on the good ship Cantankerous, the only slightly bent, the I thought he was with you, the space monster, the series of unlikely explanations, the funny it worked last time, the innocent bystanders, and the ultimate ship, the Second. And they have all been unhinged, but none of them are quite as mad as you.
I am most assuredly not mad.
For example, you collect snowflakes. 2 from every world we visit where there's water ice. Why?
Oh, because no 2 are alike, they say.
Okay. But listen, whether or not this lot and their water ice please your sense of untidiness, we've got to go in. We've got to sort this planet for their own good. Oh, no, don't me. We've done this millions of times, and every time it turns out we were right. They see the wonders of the culture, that their own world has no real scarcity of resources, only money maintaining that illusion. Well, they sign up with a joyful squeal and join a lot of clubs, so why the uncertainty this time? That's my petition to the mines.
I'll mention it. Thank you.
And while you're at it, would you tidy up in here? When the ship says it's stalling. The beast takes no appreciable time to think. I do believe it was then it decided to use me as it did. 3 weeks later, with still no decision having been made about contact, I was heading back down to the planet. Dawn was pinking the snowy peaks of the Alps as I wandered into the transparent expanse of the hangar bay, checking my passport, because that annoyed the ship.
That passport is perfect in every detail. Now then, on your way to Berlin, could you drop in on Paris? Dervli Linter is living there.
Linter?
He has been since we arrived. You know him quite well, I believe. I'd like the 2 of you to have a chat, compare thoughts about Earth, get a synthesis of opinion.
This is the other thing you do.
Narrow it down from several billion.
You matchmake. Just because Linter and I... Oh, I get it. You want me to pop in on a man of my acquaintance because my last 3 amours have been women. You old homophobe.
You're picking up the local lingo, I see. I happen to like heterosexuality. It's just funnier. Anyhow, if you don't want to...
No. I'll make a social call. So, what's the transport this time? Have you got me a Learjet? Or a helicopter? Or a... What is that?
A red Volvo station wagon. Ideal for re-entry from orbit.
How do I drive this in space?
Aim it through the bay doors and towards the planet. I'll do the rest.
I love being in charge. Just for a moment, the Volvo's headlights picked out the slab-sided length of the good ship Arbitrary. And then I was falling towards the Earth. Isn't it weird? I always feel scared leaving the ship, even though you could rescue me from virtually anything. I always wonder if there's anything down there that's going to get me.
Let me distract you. Some music?
Oh, please. I'm just going to pop in on him for a coffee.
Fasten your seatbelt, Smart. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Something in the ship's voice this time meant I did just that. Paris. The same products as I'd got used to in every other city I'd seen. The same signs, Mercedes-Benz, American Express. The price of coffee had gone up. We kept a watch on that, an index of something. The humans and their commodities. Poor children. All over soon. Linta? Linta, are you in there? Oh. He doesn't seem to be at home.
Are you talking to yourself?
I took it for granted he'd have a microscopic knife missile listening to my every word. So, where is he?
I don't know.
What?
When he goes out, he leaves his terminal behind.
What? What if he got knocked down in the street? This is Paris. That seems quite likely.
This is exactly why I wanted someone to look in on him. Shall we have a wander and try again later?
How long has he been out of touch?
Never for very long, never quite entirely. It's like he's wrestling with something, or someone.
You can't make me jealous. That's just your need for untidiness again. Oh, look at this. I like how they turn on taps inside the pavements to wash the streets. They just throw down old rags to send the water where they need it.
I do enjoy your observations. You're my favorite crew member.
Crew member?
I'm learning the local speech habits too, ma petite. Oh, there's an important cultural monument ahead if you fancy taking a look, in that little triangular park.
Business before pleasure?
Another of their sayings.
Yes, isn't that astonishing? So, this would be the memorial to the deportation of Jewish martyrs.
Yes.
This is why we should contact, you see. On this world, this particular meaning always thrashes its way up out of the beauty. They do this to each other, and then put up a monument as an aide-memoire. Note to self, genocide bad, and then immediately forget.
Here's something we say. You become used to such things in the contact group.
Yeah, and isn't that astonishing? Come on, Linta might be back now, or if he isn't, I'm not staying.
That's his Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. I'll leave you two alone.
Why? Ship?
Dizzy it.
I was just passing. Can I come in?
Just passing, were you? The ship told me you were coming.
I don't know why I said that. Sorry. Well, this place certainly feels lived in. 6 months in one city. Leaving your terminal lying about so carefree. What, have you fallen in love?
The ship seems to think we should talk.
But you don't.
Bit pointless.
Does everything have to have a point? Listen, I don't know what's going on here.
It didn't tell you? Oh, of course it didn't. It wants to make me tell you.
The insane thing sent me here in a Volvo. I expected jet fighters.
I'm staying on Earth.
What?
If contact's not going to happen, then fine. The ship can go. I'm staying.
Oh? Oh, well that's, Any reason?
I like it here.
You like this?
Yes. We'll ruin it if we interfere. Smart, I want to live here.
You mean you want to die here? This is... I can't believe you're even talking about this. You want to sentence yourself to here? The place with all the genocides?
Oh, it's not
What
just...
if they blow themselves up?
I don't care. I don't want the ship or the culture. No more.
But you'll get crushed under a truck or mangled in a plane crash or catch something. What if you get injured and they take you to hospital? They'll take one look at your extra organs and deliberate glands and have the military dissect you.
If it happens, it happens.
Right. This is why the ship sent me. You think like it does, that this is an unspoilt paradise. It's using me to talk some sense into you, Linta. I do know what this process is like. When you get to know a world, it can be like falling in love.
There isn't a woman. You needn't worry.
I wasn't.
No?
No, I'm not from here, you see. Okay, maybe a new world is a tune you can't get out of your head, but Linta, this place, it's not a good tune. It'd be a selfish risk, a stupid risk. It wouldn't be just bad for you and bad for the culture, it'd be bad for them, too. If you got caught, they'd get more paranoid. It'd spike any future contact, and you'll live for centuries.
I'll move around. In 50 years, they'll have anti-geriatrics.
Oh, the way this place gets so far and then slips back. This afternoon, I saw a monument to what happens when they suddenly turn away from something approaching civilization. How do you think you'll even deal with minor changes in your surroundings when you're not used to them? But okay, no. Let's go with this. You're moving around. Stay alien, stay apart. But you'll be as cut off from them as you'd be from us. You can't become them. Read the books and see the films and go to concerts and theatre and opera. You'd still have culture eyes, culture brain. Damn it, Linta, you're being ungrateful.
No. This is the row the ship wanted us to have. But it's words. Hypocrisy. Neither of us owes the culture, Dizzy. Owing and being obliged and having duties and responsibilities, that's for these people, not us.
You want to not be like them so you can be like them.
I don't want to worry about what a bloody starship thinks.
What if the ship surprises us and comes in?
I doubt it.
Me too. So it might happen.
You want it to.
I want all this swept away.
Swept away. You've seen, what, a few countries, a couple of atrocities that have offended you? Listen, I'm alive here. I'm going to feel lonely and afraid. It's worth it. These people are used to good and bad mixed up. An interest in living. They seize brief opportunities. They understand tragedy. We're just an audience.
You give people the benefit of the doubt, like you're still back home where people deserve it. You see something good in everyone.
I like your nose.
When it's incredibly unfunctional and ugly.